Hi everyone, welcome to my latest video. I'm the Simple Stitcher and my name is Emily. This is a Stitch With Me video. I've got a little bit of an update on my wedding, and then I've also got a get to know you tag. I thought I'd give a tag a go. So I'll do that. I'm working on my Heaven and Earth Design Silver Moon Carousel Horse by Nen Thomas, which I have not pulled out for a long time, but I decided a couple of weeks ago to get it out and start working on it. So this is what I'm working on. So what's been happening, first of all? Can't get my needle through. It's been busy at work. Lots has been happening at work. That's been tiring, and I've been studying, as you would know if you follow my videos. I've been doing a weekend intensive. So every Sunday for 5 weeks I've been going to uni, doing work during the week, and then going to uni on a Sunday. So tomorrow is my last day of uni for this subject, which is super exciting because then I get my weekends back. So we've had a group assignment that we've been working on, which has been interesting, which we present on tomorrow. I don't have to present, which is good. I hate presenting. It is not my thing. That, you know, I'm not comfortable with it. I don't like doing it, and I'm a bit lucky because thankfully other people in my group are happy to present. But it's been a bit of an irritating group assignment because two of the members in my group have been sort of fighting and in a bit of a power struggle, which I just think is such a waste of energy. It's not my cup of tea. Like, I just think you just get along, you get the assignment done, and you move on. But they've been having this like alpha male power struggle to be in control, and I've kept out of it. I just can't be bothered and don't get involved. But it's been a bit annoying. But it's done. I'll get a sneeze, hold on. No, I'm not. It's a really annoying feeling when you're going to sneeze and then you don't sneeze. Yeah, so it's been that really annoying type of group where people have just made it harder than it needs to be to get everything done. While I'm stitching, there's going to be a lot of thread changing in this because it's very confetti heavy. It's a Heaven and Earth design. So it's going to be a few stitches and then change colours. So you'll just have to bear with me while I do this. While I stitch on this one. Okay, so the next colour is 934. So yeah, like I was saying, we've got our presentation tomorrow, and then that's the final day of the subject that I have to go to Melbourne for. And then there's an assignment, like a take-home exam that we get tomorrow, and we have to have that submitted within 3 days, and then the subject's done. And then all I've got left is my capstone, which I'm really excited about. I'm looking forward to it because it basically means I have 1 day off in 3 weeks, but I'll be done. So the end is in sight. So that's good. So that's a uni update. Wedding update. We've started getting I've been a bit frustrated with our wedding planners. They've been driving me a little bit crazy, and I think I'm not sure if it's a cultural thing. Well, I'm pretty sure it is an Italian thing where they sort of do things at a different pace to what we do, particularly maybe in Melbourne. I'm used to getting everything sorted and booked in and done and making decisions and getting on with it, and it's really organised and whatever. And these wedding planners just they're slow at communicating and don't have a sense of urgency that I would sort of have. So it's been driving me a bit batshit crazy, to be exact. I was about to can them and then they got back to me with some stuff. I was about to find another wedding planner, so hopefully now things will start moving. But we will see. So we've put a soft booking on the hotel where we want to have our wedding reception. And we finally got a menu on today's Saturday. The wedding planner finally sent through a menu proposal on Thursday. It's been about 4 weeks since we said that we'd like to go with this wedding, with this hotel, or we'd like to consider them. And then in the email it says, oh, and by the way, on Monday, you know, you've got to confirm if you want the booking. And I'm like, well, give me a break. It's taken 4 weeks to get the proposal to us for the menu. And then, you know, and then within 3 days you want a confirmed booking. So that's going to be interesting. And plus we're not exactly happy with the menu that they've proposed. So they've proposed mains and then wedding cake for dessert. And then just dry starters and drinks, but we want more than that for our meal. Like, we're going all the way to Italy to get married, so we want to have a, you know, a really nice meal. God, it's just one square that's got this colour. So we've gone back to them. We had a look at their website, and they've got some beautiful starters on their menu. So I've replied to them and said, here's the list of starters that they've got on their menu, like entrees. There's 3 in particular that we like. So we'd like to get them added to the menu. And get the price updated for that. They also had one of the mains. We asked for a red meat main, and they included veal. And Craig doesn't eat veal's not a very popular option in Australia, and I don't think a lot of people will like it. Our guests. The seafood and the fish options look nice, but there was no like red meat type option. So we've gone back to them and said we want to take out the veal and we want an alternative, which is like a steak or a beef type option. And then one of the options that they put in was risotto. I'm not really excited about risotto. So I've also asked them to switch out the risotto and put something else in. And then they said, because we asked for vegetarian options, and when the hotel responded, they said, oh, there will be a chef's selection that will get notified at a later date for the vegetarian options. And I'm like, well, no, because I'm going to be eating the vegetarian option, and I'm not booking a wedding venue and a meal for my wedding when I have no idea what I'm going to be eating. So if they can't come up with something good, we'll just go somewhere else. So I've gone back to them and said, no, they need to actually provide options for the main that's vegetarian and let us know what they propose. The entree, one of the entrees that we picked is vegetarian, and it would be really lovely. Like, I'll be happy to eat it. It's like zucchini flowers with a cheese filling, and then some caper dust and something else. It looks really nice. So I'm like, I'm happy with that. Like, I can do, like, that looks fine to me. Like, that sounds really delicious. But they need to come up with a vegetarian main, because I'm not booking a wedding venue for it and not knowing what I'm going to be eating. And then we also need to know whether the wine, the alcohol's included. I'm not sure if that's a separate package to the meal, which I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to be. Or I'm fairly sure, but I don't know. So we need to know that. So we've gone back to them with a few questions, and then and requested some updates to the menu that they've proposed. So hopefully they come back to us with that and it's all good. And then if we can get those changes, I'll be really happy with the menu and it will be good. We also asked them about whether, because we want to sit outside. The restaurant that we've picked has got a view of the Duomo, and it'll be really, really beautiful. But if the weather's not great, then obviously we don't want to be sitting outside. So we checked that if the wedding is out, if we book outside, that they will be able to, you know, they'll have a contingency plan in place. And they said yes. They said if the weather's bad, they will seat us inside their restaurant. So that's really good. And then the wedding planner also asked us what we wanted to do after the dinner. And I'm like, oh, gee, I hadn't even thought about after the dinner. So I replied to her and said, what does she suggest for after? Because I don't want to go dancing or like somewhere loud, because we've got family and older people. So it needs to be something where everyone can just sit around and, you know, have a drink if they want to have a drink, but you know, everyone can talk and be comfortable, and it's, you know, it's a nice quiet atmosphere that suits our wedding party. So we'll see what she comes back with. Ceremony location is still being worked on. She's still waiting for responses about the location. We've booked our photographer, which is good because that was important to me, because I want a really good photographer who does beautiful photography. So we've booked her. We've just got to get the contract. So yeah, we'll see. So I think our biggest expenses are going to be the reception, the photographer, and the ceremony location probably. I don't know what the cost of that's going to be. We'll see. So it's a bit exciting. And then once we've got those done, I'll be able to relax a bit, because I think then the rest of it can happen a bit later. And they'll be the biggest expenses, I think. So that'll give us a better idea of, you know, how our budget's tracking. We've been working on the invitation. Well, no, I've been working on the initial invitations. So I want to get out some like expression of interest invites to people, so I can get an idea of numbers. And I just went on Zazzle, an online invitation place, and basically got a template that they'd used for something else, and then changed all the writing in it and shifted the pictures around a bit, and did my own thing. I paid for fast postage for them, because I wanted to get the RSVPs back by the 12th of August, and I paid for fast postage, and then so I paid extra for the postage, and then it didn't come. So they were supposed to come within 6 to 11 business days, and I factored in my RSVP date, which I had printed on the invites, with this postage factored in, right, and left extra time. And then they didn't turn up. They turned up this week, and by the time we finish getting them sorted out and sent out, the 12th of August is like next week, and people have got to get the invite, make a decision on it, whether they think they'll be attending, you know, like our wedding, and then send the RSVP back. And I'm like, oh, this is just absolute bullshit. There's no way that we're going to get these RSVPs back in that time. So I'm just having a drink. I made myself a nice hot chocolate. With a bit of chilli in it, because it's a cold day here. So there's no way we're going to get the invites back, RSVPs back in that time. And we'll send out our invites to people, and they'll be like RSVP in like 5 days. And it's going to look really stupid. So I emailed Zazzle and I said, look, this is not good enough. So they've refunded our postage. And now I'm going to have to put in, I had to buy some paper. I'm going to print up a little note and put it in the front and say, look, if you can RSVP by like the 30th of August instead, so I've got to do that today. We'd appreciate it, and ignore the 12th of August because we had postage issues and didn't get the invites to us in time, so that's a bit annoying. But I can show you what we've got. So this was the over the top invite. I don't know if you can see that so well. So we've just said, we'd love to know if you think you'll be able to attend, Florence, and the date. So no other details. It's a bit closely focused just because, you know, the camera's here, I don't want to move it, but that's the thing. What I might do is I might take a photo and attach it at the end of this. And then this is a little RSVP card. And it's just that, just a simple little card with if they think they'll be attending, and there's a spelling error in it which annoyed the shit out of me. It kept auto correcting and I fixed it so many times and then didn't realize, and it said, we would appreciation if you can let us know. I was like, man, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So I'll put better photos of them at the end of the video so you can see them. So yeah, we've got to finish those off, and then we sealed up a bunch of envelopes and realized we hadn't, we included an envelope for the RSVP. So, and I had intentions of putting a stamp on the RSVP. So, because if people have got to go out and get a stamp, no one's going to return their RSVPs. And then halfway, we'd sealed about 15 envelopes, and I realized we didn't have any stamps, and we hadn't put stamps on the inside envelope. So we had to rip open a bunch of invites that we'd sealed, and then we ran out of envelopes because, you know, we only had enough for the invites that came with the cards. And so I had to order some more envelopes over the internet. I ordered them on the company was good though. We ordered them late Wednesday night, paid for express post. They must have been delivered. They packed them and sent them Thursday, and we had them Friday, yesterday. So, and we've got our invites that we need. So we should be able to, if we get it all sorted today, get it done, we should be able to get our invitations in the mail on Monday, which will be really good. So finally they'll go out, which I'll be glad. It'll be one more thing that's done and off the list. And then what I'm going to say in the letter is the little note as well. I'm going to add the little note, and I'm going to say as well, if you RSVP that yes, you think you'll be attending, you'll get a formal invitation closer to the date with details of the event and like official RSVP at that point, so they can confirm whether they're coming. Because I'm not sending out invitations to everyone again. If people RSVP and say to this one they don't think they'll be coming, I'm not going to send them another invite, because the invites that I've got in mind are really expensive. So they're like the ones that I want to get done, because we're not going to be sending out many. We're only going to be sending out 10 or 15 invitations at the most. And the ones that I want to get done are like hand-painted watercolor invites, really, really beautiful ones that I want to get designed and made. So I'm not sending out another 30 invites to people if they're not going to come to the wedding, like not at the cost that I'll be paying for these ones. So we'll only send out invites to the people that say yes, they think they'll be coming. So that'll be so that's, but I need details of the ceremony and the reception and all of that sort of stuff before I can start those invites and get them going. I'm gonna have to flip this over somehow. So I'm gonna bump this. Yep. I've just got to end this thread off, and I can't do it. I don't want to do it on that side. So just bear with me while I turn this over, end this off. You can see the messy back of my work. I'm not a neat stitcher on the back. So yeah, so that's the story of the invites. But things are starting to happen. I've had to realise that Italian wedding planners just do stuff on a completely different time scale and with a different sense of urgency to what we do here. So, but I was losing my shit over the last couple of weeks, with the pace at which they were doing things. I was ready to can them and go and find another wedding planner. But the reason we chose these ones is because they had a vision and an idea of what we like, which is to get that you know, they had the idea of just getting married in the city of Florence itself and not going out into the hills and a villa and all of that, which is what I want. We love Florence, absolutely loved it. So I just want to get married in Florence. I don't want to go out into the country and then everyone's stuck in the country for, 2 days. So, yeah. So anyway, so that's the wedding update. So hopefully it'll get sorted out. I still haven't decided whether I'm having a wedding dress or just something else, like a top and a skirt, getting that made. I don't know. I can't decide what I want to do. Even a cheap wedding dress that I looked at was like $2,000. And I'm like, I just can't see the point in spending $2,000 on an outfit that I'm going to wear once. And that's a cheap one. It just seems like such a waste of money. So I might get something made. I'm still leaning towards getting something made that I can wear later. And get enjoyment out of at a later date. So we'll see. Alright, let me find the next colour. 3350. So we're doing some reds. Alright, so that's it. So that's all that's been happening. Nothing else is very exciting. We went to the Torquay Farmers Market this morning, which is always really, really great. We got some veggies and some fruit. I got some vegetarian, like little pastries and a cauliflower cheese pie. We got some homemade berry ice cream, and Craig got some apple cider vinegar. We got some fresh bread. It's a really, really, really good market. Really, really good. We had a coffee and a giant spring roll that they make there, and that was it. We were there for about an hour with Zoe, the dog, and by the time we did that, we came home, put some washing on. Craig's gone to the gym, and now I'm sitting down to do this. Have a rest, have some quiet time. So it's really, really good. Okay, so the tag, I got a tag, get to know you tag off the internet, and so I've written down some questions, and so I thought I'd go through those. So the first question is, what is your favourite drink? So, favourite drink. Well, at the moment, I'm really, really enjoying this, like, totally yummy hot chocolate that I made, which is the Cocoa Black hot chocolate flakes, and then, oh no, I just lost mine. And then I added some chili, just some powdered chili, ground down chili. And that's super yummy. It's good for a cold, windy, overcast day like it is down here on the beach. I also love, my other favourite drink is beer. I love beer. I like beer. So probably Furphy is my go-to beer that I like. It's manufactured in Geelong, and it's just a really nice beer. Or I also really like sparkling white wine, or red, a nice quality red. They're probably my favourite drinks. So alright, I was just looking to see if I had another any more of those stitches, but I don't think I do. So I'm just going to flip this over again, and it's onto the next colour. One second, if I can get this to shift back. Oh, gee. Okay, so next question. What was your favourite subject in high school? I don't really remember what my favourite subject was in high school. I enjoyed school, but I probably liked, I enjoyed a lot of subjects. Like I enjoyed arts, I enjoyed psychology and politics, and they're the subjects that I decided to do in year 12 for VCE. I didn't follow arts because I didn't think I was very good at it, and I wasn't going to go down an artistic, like do any creative, artistic. What's happened to my... Hang on a minute. Low power mode came on. So annoying. Okay. I'm like, why can't I see on my screen? Okay. So yeah, so I enjoyed, let's let me fix my camera. It's a bit, there we go. So I enjoyed those subjects. I wouldn't say they were my favourites, but as such, because I don't think I really had favourites. But I enjoyed them. Okay, next question. Favourite song? I should have thought about this a bit harder before I did this. I don't really have a favourite song. So I like music, but I'm not like one of those real music people that really love music and have favourite songs that they listen to over and over again. So what I listen to, I have the one of those music apps, you know, where you pay a subscription and you get music on it. And I basically like the types of stuff. So Rebecca Campbell, who wrote the books Light is the New Black, and I've forgotten the other one. Anyway, I love them, and I'm a subscriber of her course, Rise Sister Rise. Oh, her book, Rise Sister Rise, is her other book, I think. And she's got like music selections that she's put up, and it's just all sorts of different stuff. I don't know, like strong female voices, you know, like feminine themes, you know, and positive sort of stuff. Human is one of her sort of groupings of music, and it's all about being human. There's lots of like well-known artists in the group. I'd look them up, but it's on my phone, and I'm recording with my phone, so it's just too hard. What I might do is I can put the link in the description box below. So if you've got access to Spotify, the app, and you want to see what sort of music, I can write the links down below, and then you can the types of groups, like where's my words, the music selections that she's created, and that's the sort of stuff I like to listen to. Let me just get my next color. Yeah, so that's what I like. I don't listen to like all the latest music that comes out and all of that sort of stuff. Okay, sorry, my next colour that I just selected was an arrow going right, 739. Okay. So the next question is, have you participated in any sports? So I don't participate in group sports. They're not my thing. I don't like netball. I don't like basketball. I don't do team sports. I don't like the ones where you've got to, and I find track and that sort of thing, athletics, boring. I don't like sports. A lot of people like team sports because they like the community and whatever. I don't like the physicality of it against other people, and because I'm small and I just don't, it's not my thing. So I have never been into those sports, but I do have other sports that I love doing. I love doing yoga. At one stage I was doing yoga 3-4 times a week, going and doing classes, and then had other financial commitments and couldn't afford to do it. But I love yoga. It's just a really great, it improves your flexibility, it's great relaxation, it's great strengthening, and it's very relaxing. It's really good for my well-being. So yoga is big on my list of things that I like to do. And I like going for a run when I've got time, and I build up to it. I'm not a big long distance runner. I do little intervals. So I walk for a minute and then I run for, a minute and a half, and do it that way. But I get a lot of enjoyment, and it's really good for my well-being and my my mental health and that sort of thing. It puts me in a really good frame of mind. I don't get to do it as often as I would like. I get home very late during the week, and then on the weekends I've had not much time. But I like doing running. And my other favourite passion, which I haven't done for a couple of years, just because I got busy and had other priorities, is horse riding. I love horse riding. It makes my soul sing. Absolutely love horse riding. I was taking lessons every week for quite a number of years, doing dressage and show jumping and cross country. I've never had my own horse. I haven't been in a position to do that. One day I'd like to have my own horse, but if there's a sport for me, it's horse riding. I love, trail riding and jumping and cross country. I just love it. I love working with horses, and yeah, makes me happy. Makes me very, very happy. So they're probably the main sports that I like. I don't really do I do any others? Over the years, I've done personal training. So in my old house for about 5 years, I had a personal trainer, and they used to come to my house 2 or 3 times a week, and we used to do weights and cardio and all of that sort of thing. And then I've also done like aerobics and fitness classes like that. I don't do them at the moment, and I also really enjoy that sort of thing. I really, really enjoyed those classes. They're also great. So that's the sort of stuff that I do. So very individual based sports. Whereas Craig goes out and does cricket and gym. He likes going to the cricket, and he spends all day at cricket. But for him, I couldn't think of anything more boring than standing out on a cricket field for half a day fielding balls. 738 is my next colour. It's just the most boring thing I can think of. But so he likes doing that sort of stuff, and he doesn't like horse riding and all the other stuff that I like. So we're quite different like that. So yeah, so that's the sports that I like. Do I have a favourite book? I have lots of books that I've loved reading. I couldn't even begin to name all of the books. I don't have one favourite book. I love reading spiritual development and personal growth, self-help type books. I love Light is the New Black by Rebecca Campbell and Rise Sister Rise. I've read Anna. I've been reading and really enjoying Anna, Voice of the Magdalenes. And I've also been enjoying reading, I posted it on my Instagram page, a book about being a medical medium and energetic healing and that sort of thing. I'm about halfway through that, and I'm really enjoying that. That's a really great, insightful book, all about your energy and managing your energy and intuition and all sorts of things. It's an incredible book. So they're probably my favourite books at the moment, in terms of that. But I also love reading fantasy. I've always been a big fantasy reader. So I've read a lot of books on that. And I also love like all the teen fiction as well, like, you know, Harry Potter. They were great, those books to read. I really enjoyed them. So I love reading all sorts of things. I just devour everything. And even just normal fiction, like not science fiction, fantasy, like other fiction. I really enjoy that. And I've even got into recently for a bit of a light read because I've been so full, my life's been so full on even trashy romance. I've even discovered trashy romance, and that's fun as well. That's a nice quick read, and it's an easy read, and I've really enjoyed getting into that. So I basically read all sorts of stuff. Yeah, always been an avid reader. So no one super favourite book, but lots and lots of favourite books that I enjoy. Okay, let me just end this off. So what's my favourite colour? My favourite colour is pink. That's an easy question. I love pink. Pink it's always been my favourite colour. Love it. I like other colours. I like midnight blue. Like that. That's another favourite colour. Love that dark midnight blue. So it's like blue black. Sapphire blue, blue black. I love it. That's probably my other favourite colour. And like teal. I love that blue-green teal. They're beautiful. Favourite animals? Hang on, let me just get my next colour, actually, before I go on to the next question. Mark off my chart. So much confetti in this. I think this is just a single stitch. Okay. Sorry, what was my question? Favorite animal. My favorite animal, I don't have one favorite animal. I love animals. So I love cats. I couldn't live without a cat. Craig and I moved out into our own place. I left my cats with my mum because I had 3 cats. I left them with my mum because they were all older and I didn't want to disrupt them, and they were very comfortable and happy at my home where I lived with my mum. And so I didn't want to uproot them. What is that? Sorry, I'm just trying to work out. I think I've put that stitch in the wrong spot. Oh well, won't matter. So let me just go back over here. Let me do this one. I think I put a stitch in the wrong spot. Oh well. Really? Is that one? Oh damn. Okay, I'm changing colours. I'm going to do this one. And then I'm going to do... Oh, no. Low power mode came on again. I might have to cut this short. Let me finish this. Okay, okay, I know what I'm stitching. I picked the wrong colour. Doesn't matter. So, favourite animal. Craig and I moved out. And I left my cats with my mum, and I lasted 2 weeks without a cat, and I said to Craig, we have to get a cat. I can't live without a cat. I love them. I love dogs. Absolutely love my dogs. When we moved out, I had to leave my dog Zilly with my mum because Craig had 3 dogs. We've now got 1 because they've died from old age or sickness or whatever. 1 we lost because it got attacked by another dog, our neighbour's dogs, which was really horrible, in our old house, which was one of the reasons we moved. That was devastating. But I left Zilly with my mum. But I love dogs. I love horses, as you know from my previous question. I love horses. I love horse riding. I would have my own horse if I could, but just can't. And I love birds. I had birds for a while, but I love seeing birds free. I had birds. I love birds. Fish. I love everything. All animals are beautiful. Love snakes. I'd have a snake, but I can't feed it dead rats, so I can't have a snake. Love it. Love them. All animals. Okay. All right. So I am going to, because I'm worried my phone is going to cut out, I'm going to wrap it up here. It's not all the questions that I had, but I think it's long enough. It's 45 minutes anyway. I've still got a bunch of other questions, but what I will do is I'll save the questions for another Stitch With Me video. So I'll just finish them in another video. Okay. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for coming back and watching another video with me. Thanks for listening to me for the last 45 minutes, give you an update on my wedding and tell you a little bit about myself. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.